Hey guys, I'm Erik Peterson, and I'm a men's dating and relationship coach for skillofattraction.com. And today's coaching video is I don't want her to leave. Now, just so you guys know, in these coaching videos, it's when someone has found my work and they send me an email asking me to give them some general help or insight into whatever relationship issue they're having, and I answer it in a video. Now, if you're interested in me answering one of your questions in an upcoming video, please feel free to shoot me an email. All you have to do is head over to my website at skillofattraction.com and click on the contact tab and send me an email from there. And I will get back to you as soon as I can. I can't guarantee how quickly I'll respond, but I will respond to you. And this brings me to my next point. If you need my help right away, I also provide emergency email coaching where I will respond to your relationship issue within 24 to 48 hours, depending on which option you select. And I also provide monthly coaching where I work with you throughout the month to try to get whatever relationship problem you're having turned around, get you back on track, and give you the tools to have the best possible outcome. As you probably know, there are no guarantees when it comes to emotions because emotions are totally unpredictable. But like I said, I will give you the tools so you have the best possible outcome. Now, in this email, this viewer sent me, he was with his girlfriend for 8 years, and she just broke up with him a couple weeks ago. And as he mentioned, he made all the typical mistakes that most guys make, or I should say most people make. But it seems that he may have caught himself just in time before he totally blew it. And he just sent me an email to see how he's doing, if I have any extra advice. And so let's just get on to the email and see what he has to say. Hello. Hope all is well. My girlfriend of 8 years is leaving me at the end of February. She broke up with me about 2 weeks ago. I made all the classic mistakes: gifts, compliments, and pleading to stay and being emotional. Now, yes, obviously these are all the typical mistakes, and it's a good thing that you realize this and you caught it. See, when men behave this way, it just reeks of desperation and that of a man of low value trying to prove his worth to her. Now, women are very intuitive and they easily pick up on this stuff, and they find this stuff extremely unattractive. Because a man of strength and confidence, he doesn't need to prove himself. He already knows he's a catch, and if she wants to leave, then hey, it's her loss. So women find this mindset that I was just talking about very attractive. So that's the type of mindset that you want, that you know that you're a great guy, you don't need to prove yourself to her. He continues on here. The last 2 days I've been strong, bought new clothes, been working out, and not being around the house when she gets home. And he puts in parentheses, I'm usually always home when she is. Well, that's great. That's exactly how you should be handling this. It shows that you're going to continue on with your life with or without her. And on a more subtle level, this is kind of instilling a little bit of dread into the situation that almost suggests like you're trying to look your best for new women. And it doesn't mean that you actually are, but she doesn't know why you're doing all these things suddenly, and I'm sure it's making her imagination just run wild. And just like us guys, when our imagination is going in relationships, we have all this anxiety happening, we immediately think the worst. And more often than not, it's not even anything close to what we're thinking, but women go through the same exact thing. Now, the only thing I would recommend doing just a little differently here is you don't want to try to avoid her. I mean, you are doing the right thing, but you don't want to come off like you're trying to avoid her. But you do want to just keep busy and doing things without her. I highly recommend you do things social, like even hanging out with your buddies, or maybe going to work functions, going to meetups, things like that. But it really doesn't matter. Even if you went to a coffee shop and read a book for a couple hours, she's going to be wondering where you're going and who you're going with. And if she asks, just keep it vague. If she says, well, where are you going? Just say, I'm just going out. And she says, well, who are you going with? Just say, just a friend, and leave it at that. And if she tries to pull more out of you, just try to change the subject. You just want to keep it vague, because this is going to make her wonder, and this is really what you want. He says, we lived together for another 2 weeks. After changing my behavior, I could see something different in her. Very slight doubt, maybe. She asked me yesterday if I was sad. She's also engaging in conversation more. She's starting them. See? She's starting to become curious about you now, because your behavior has changed a bit, and you're suddenly a bit more mysterious, and you're not chasing her anymore like you were. And I think it's confusing her a little bit, making her wonder about you, which is really what you want. Because women, in order for their attraction to grow for you, they need to be thinking about you, wondering about you, trying to figure you out. So you're definitely on the right track here. He says, any advice you could give would be very appreciated. I don't want her to leave. Your videos are very helpful. Thank you. Well, thanks for the compliment. Now, outside that needy, approval-seeking mistakes you initially made, you're really doing a great job here. I mean, you never really mentioned why you broke up, but I guess the point I'm trying to make is, if you weren't behaving that way throughout the relationship, or at least towards the end of the relationship, I think you probably caught your mistakes in time. Unless this is ongoing behavior, it's not going to stick in her mind like, oh my God, I can't believe how he acted. I mean, she may be thinking that right now, but she's going to forget about it after a while. It won't matter as long as you keep being strong and centered and keep going after all the changes and improvements that you're trying to make. Now, one thing I suggest you do is to tell her one last time. I mean, you mentioned already that you were doing some pleading and begging, but I would suggest one more time to, just look her in the eyes, being very direct, and just tell her that I don't want this to end. I would really like to work on things together. And if she agrees to that, then obviously you know what to do. You take it from there. You start working on things. If she still wants to continue with the breakup and move out, just tell her, okay, well, if you have a change of heart, get in touch with me. And then you just walk away, and you never bring this up again. And you just keep moving forward with your self-improvement, like hitting the gym, being social, but you want to make sure you're doing this stuff for yourself and not in a way to win her back, because she's going to notice. And you also want to figure out, if you don't have a purpose or a mission in life, you want to start figuring out what that is, because that's very important, not just for yourself, but for your future or current, if she sticks around, romantic relationships. It's very important for men to be focused more on their mission and purpose in life rather than her. So if you're not sure what that is yet, I would start writing down your goals and your hobbies and start pursuing those, and passions, and just pursue those until you start figuring out the reason why you're on this planet and what the purpose of your life is. And you will notice that your confidence will start going back up, and you're going to feel much better, and you're naturally going to give off this vibe of value. And if she isn't completely gone, what I mean by that is she hasn't fallen completely out of love with you, she will be back sometime in the future. I mean, you guys had 8 years together, so she's not going to be able to walk away from this that easily. I mean, you have a strong emotional bond. You've been together for a long time. This is going to be extremely difficult for her too, even though she's initiating the breakup. So I wouldn't quite panic yet, but it's very important that you just keep focusing on yourself. You let her know that you do not want this breakup, you do not agree with it, and you would like to work things out. But if she's not down with that, then just let her go. I know that seems counterintuitive, but this is really the best way to handle it. And she, like I said, she will be in touch with you or try to talk to you or try to work things out with you sometime in the future. So I think you're on the right path here. So that's really it for this video. If you have found it helpful, I would really appreciate a thumbs up or to share it with your friends and family if you think they would find it helpful. And I would also really appreciate you hitting the subscribe button down below and click on that little bell symbol that's next to it, because what that does is it automatically notifies you when I upload new videos. And as I mentioned, if you need my help right away, head over to my website at skillofattraction.com, click on the coaching tab and select the option that works best for you. So that's it for this video, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.